on YouTube? Michael with Lawn Dude here. It's been a long time, man. Long time since I've recorded any type of video. It's been a lot going on. It's been a kind of a tough winter, to be honest with you. I guess to be honest with you, I don't even know this video is gonna ever make it out onto YouTube, but it needs to. I say that because I know for me personally, me as a man, it's hard for me to actually come out and say it when I'm going through stress or feeling stressed out. But I know a lot more of us need to actually come out and say these things and show the back end of the businesses and not just the highlight reel. This is low light that I'm talking about. So I'm not on any type of high horse. I'm gonna straight up say it, man. Just been kind of stressed out, especially throughout this winter. You know, it's another winter with barely any snow. I mean, it's Northern Virginia. I shouldn't expect too much, but it used to be you could expect at least zero tolerance. So you burn through your savings. You have the same amount of debt coming out, you know, especially for all the equipment loans, which I've touched on that in many different videos. This is the crappy thing about getting into the commercial world. There's so many people that want to go out there and get commercial properties. But what you don't understand from the outside looking in is it's a lot of equipment that you have to have in place for you to take care of a lot of these commercial sites. These property managers and everything, they don't want to hear such and such broke down. They want to know when you're going to take care of their problem. That's all they care about. That's all they're paid to do, is get the problem taken care of. And if you can't take care of the problem because your equipment's broke or you don't have the right piece of equipment, you're going to find somebody else, been there, done that, learn from that experience, which is why a lot of my equipment is newer. I am a small engine mechanic. I like to make sure that my stuff, I don't have to wrench on it all the time. I keep it in great shape, and I'm still solo, so because of that, I'm able to keep up, you know, with properly taking care of my equipment, and I'm not hard on my equipment. So I said I was feeling a little stressed out. A lot of it has to do with the amount of investments we had to make, and I mean had to make, because of all of what I just said. You just got to keep up a certain amount of income every month, and you know, feeling bad because you're the man of the house, you know, as a husband, as a father. It's my job to provide. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? I have people that depend on me. So in a day, I'm always striving to be the best I can be at everything I do. And when I feel like I'm failing in that department, I become overwhelmed. And I've kind of been feeling that way, you know, throughout the winter, especially when stuff is slow and not really coming in. And then it's like, you go to file your taxes, and you know your bookkeeper send you what you made for the year, what your top line is. You know, they say top line is what is it? Top line is vanity, bottom line sanity. I think that's how it's said. I could be wrong on that, but that couldn't be any more true. Like, I'm looking at my top line, I'm like, I had a pretty decent year. You know what? I'm not gonna say what the number is, but it's the best number we've had since we've been in business, and I was solo last year. So that tells me we're doing something right. Then I look at the bottom line, I'm like, ouch. This is exactly what I said. You know, then I started kind of getting down, and then down on myself. And I looked again, and I'm sitting there like, you know what though? If my top line is this, what can I do to make the bottom line less? Now, because of the business that we incurred, geez, I can't even talk right now. It makes the most sense to increase the income more. Sounds simple, don't it? Now, we are blessed to be in a position where it's not really difficult to go out and get more jobs because we have a pretty good name out here. What's difficult is keeping me on my own way. And what I mean by that is, I care, and this is something that men really don't talk about because some just don't care. I do. I care about being a good husband. I care about being a good father. So the man that's going to be absentee and working 70 to 100 hours a week isn't the man I want to be. My son plays baseball. I want to be there for that. My wife has things she would like to do. I want to be able to do that, and for her to be able to do whatever she would like to do. My daughter plays soccer. I want to be there for all that. So it's just kind of like, heck, date nights with the wife more often, vacations with the family. I want to be able to do all that. So it's a balancing act because I got to increase income to be able to do a lot of that, and for us to be comfortable. But one of my biggest flaws has always been, well, within the last few years, has really been scheduling, especially being solo. It's like I said, I get a lot of equipment because I'm able to do a lot of work in a small amount of hours. Like, I could probably do service more properties than most can on a solo basis because of the equipment that we have. Like, I can go out and knock out a lot of these commercials in one day, a lot of these big like estate lawns, a lot quicker than most, with the equipment I got, especially with a 72-inch mower. You know what I mean? And when it comes to fertilizer, I got the right equipment for that. I got equipment for really freaking everything. So, allergies, man, that time of year. So I say all that to say, I'm done being stressed out. Easy to say, I know, but I'm done being stressed out. I need to do something about it. That's why I'm out here on Saturday morning, to do quotes. Cracks and crevices spray, and I did on one of my commercials this morning too. Sure, I could push that in the next week, but I'm actually trying to close jobs, close these jobs. And I know a lot of times these people go with the first person that comes out. So I'm busting my butt right now in marketing. We've made investments. Took me a while. I'm calculated with investments. We did go out and just get I sold my 36-inch Bradley when it got 32-inch Bradley. Most will be like, well, what's the point in that? Well, those who are in this field know not everybody has a gate of 36 can fit through, which is amazing. So that 32 is about to increase my productivity that much more to where I can get in these back gates. And another thing we got was a mini skid steer, and I have a ton of attachments for it. I'm selling the Kubota tractor as we speak. I'm trying to get into a different niche of services. Services I was kind of already offering with the tractor, but I can do them more efficiently with this setup. I have close friends. I want everybody. My goal this year is for everybody around me to eat. Everybody's going to eat. That's the goal. So in order to get there, I got to keep selling jobs. And some, I got a couple buddies that are going to be subcontractors this year. Or at least that's the goal. So at this point, I'm going to sell more work than even I can do on my own. It's a scary spot to be in because you selling work, and you're looking at like, I can't even keep up with this as a one-man show. But you know what? I have enough close people to me for me to be able to get everything done. I have other people around me that are hungry. I don't have to be the one to do everything. That's what I'm trying to get through to my head. I went to my wife about a month or so ago, and she asked, you know, is there anything she can do to help? And, you know, I said dispatching, you know, probably marketing, you know, help me with some sales. I gotta release the reins, so to speak, if I ever want this to be a business. That will help me with the stress, you know what I mean? Having that assistance, having that help, and I trust her, you know, more than I would say, anyone else to do those roles, you know, provide those roles. And I don't just want her to do these roles. I want to make that a paid position, you know, because that's the other part business owners don't talk about. I'm one of those business owners who hasn't been paying themselves. Yeah, I gotta look at the camera when I say that. Haven't been paying myself because I've always looked at it as the business isn't in position, which is a stupid way to look at it, honestly, because it hurts you in the long run. So I'm trying to change all this stuff. I need to change it to where I'm paying myself. I definitely would like, you know, my wife to have a paid position. And I need to bring in another person at some point in time, you know what I mean, as my right hand man, to take over all the maintenance, so I can venture on to other things, you know, like the skid steer work and, you know, the treatments, sales. I'd grow it that much more doing that. So these are things on my mind. I say all that to say, you know, it's okay to be stressed out. Just find somebody to talk to, especially somebody in the industry. That's where I'm at, you know, trying to get better at voicing these things, because we all got to help each other out. All right, y'all, take it easy pulling up to this quote. And I got to jet back and take my son to baseball trials today. That's what I'm saying. I'm just going to have to figure out a way to do everything. And, you know, God wouldn't put me through more than I can handle. That is something that I had to learn. I had to really understand this winter. I had plenty of come to Jesus moments. Me being a believer, that is something I still need to do better at. It's just know that God has it under control, no matter how tough it gets. So everybody who's actually listening to this and going through the whole video, remember that. Take it easy. Peace.